At last year's Pull Start picnic, my dad and I had a vision to build our dream mini bike with a focus on performance and customization. This led us to design the MBK1, a premium mini bike that embodies passion beyond limits.
Look at that, it fits them.
It's perfect.
Oh my God.
I've poured nearly all my savings into developing it, and now we're bringing it back to the picnic to see if all our hard work will pay off and if people actually like it.
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
He was yelling MBK1.
Yeah, he's like MBK1, MBK1. All right, we got the bike, even though it's in pieces, but it made it here. It looks like it's safe. I'm gonna have to unwrap it.
Having to build the MBK1 on the spot was a bit nerve-wracking because I didn't want anyone to see it in pieces. But luckily that didn't stop people from coming over to check it out.
I like the fact that it was your dad's involved. You and your dad doing it together. That's cool, man.
Well, this all started with him. Like, he got me introduced when I was like 2. He put me on a mini bike. And
Can't believe it exists. You guys actually got it.
finally, yeah.
I've been following you guys for a while.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First impression, I think it's fabulous. It's great.
We just basically asked ourselves, what is the best, like, what's the best version of a mini bike we can create? And this is what we came up with.
Just made it.
That was really cool to hear. But now that the bike's built, it's time to check out the competition.
There's so many to go through. I want to see what my favorite bikes are. I want to talk to some people, see what they think about the MBK1, but ultimately I'm just going to have a really good time and just see what the community has to offer. I think in 1 year, this whole event has grown quite a bit. So I'm quite excited. Let's take a look.
Where your dad at?
He's working, unfortunately. I haven't been able to retire him yet. So that's like,
Retire him, Dad.
Yeah.
He retire soon.
Like last year, they have a bunch of different classes. There's like wild style, there's micro, vintage, drag, and they're actually all gonna be racing tomorrow, which will be here for that as well, which I'm excited about. But ultimately, there's just a lot of really cool bikes, and it's gonna take a while to go through and see them all. There's one bike actually right behind you that we'll show in a second. So this gentleman here, Manuel, he makes some of the best bikes. I assume it's his bike because he's the only one that I know that's built a bike out of a chain, and it is ridiculous. He always does the most incredible work, and it's always in the rat rod category, and it's like, honestly, it's beautiful. So this is by far one of the most custom bikes probably here. And like everything is just heavy duty chain. It looks like he almost, not polished, but he cleaned up the chain. Even the kickstand is chain, the twisted handlebars, everything about this bike is just unreal. It doesn't have a chain guard, but it actually makes sense it doesn't have a chain guard. If it needed a chain guard, the whole bike would have guards everywhere. I think my favorite part about the whole bike is just the ingenuity. It's pushing the limits of what's possible, which is what I absolutely love about mini bikes. And this is a perfect representation of, I have an idea that hasn't been done before, let me try to do it. And I think at the end of the day, the creativity is what I am most inspired about when it comes to events like this, is what do people do with what they got, and how do they turn it into something that's actually fun to ride and enjoyable. Do you do more building than riding, or do you actually after ride them for quite a bit?
So I haven't ridden in a while, so I've been doing a lot of building. That's where kind of all this came from. I used to do more riding than building, but then I got in trouble, so now I've been doing more building than riding.
I honestly find it's like one of those situations where you almost, it's like addicting to build, but then you don't enjoy the build.
Ride,
I think we got an electric drag here. Are these yours? Yeah. This is not a ruckus, is it? Like from a front end of a...
It's it's kind of like in between a scooter and the swing arm is custom made. I kind of fabricated the hub.
So what is something like this setup or that setup cost?
This razor wise, I mean, you can probably get you a kit for a razor for $3 to $4 grand, but this setup's around $7.
7 just for the setup, not everything else you've done.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to sell the bike, I'd probably ask 7, 8 grand.
So is this bolted on, or is that, like, you have no choice but to use the wheel as is?
Is you want to lock this.
Yeah.
See how it's flat? You want to lock this into the swing arm and keep it. This is the torque block. This is what keeps this center still.
Okay.
Because this is where the winding and everything's at inside of here.
Oh, I didn't even, okay.
The magnets are in the outer shell of it.
Okay.
So what's turning is the magnets, and you're keeping the winding still.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of the opposite of that.
Yeah.
The winding is turning in that one, and the magnets are basically sitting still. The magnets are rolling.
I got you.
So
Which do you prefer now that you've had experiences building both?
top speed is
Okay.
off.
Real quick, would you be interested in a MBK1 electric motor kit? Let us know in the comments.
Some Canadian motors there.
Representing Canada.
Canada?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is your bike here?
Yeah, both of these.
Oh, dude, these are awesome. How comfortable is that seat? Yeah?
As soon as I sat down, it hit me. I need to build an MBK1 lowrider as soon as possible. Shortly after, we heard a siren signaling the sound off.
Hey, you just said that thing goes 122 miles per hour on that speedometer.
Ain't got no gas in it.
One of the highlights from today was when John from Cars and Camera came over to check out the MBK1. I was excited to show him all the amazing features, and hopefully one day soon, they'll be using the MBK1 to break their track record and set a new fastest lap. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. Now, I guess I should have been standing by the bike the whole time, because as John was leaving, a bunch of other people came by to tell me their thoughts on the MBK1. This is what they said.
It's different, but it's very ergonomic. You know?
You want to try sitting on it?
Oh yeah, all day, all day, all day. I'm 6 feet tall. Look at it.
Oh, it's so comfortable.
Yeah. I can ride that all day.
Oh man, that is nice.
About 27 hours or so.
I'm a big guy. Like, I'm not a small person, dude.
How does that feel?
This thing is on point. It's nice. I am 260 pounds, y'all. That is it. Yeah, this is way better than the Honda Monkey.
Okay, that's our tagline right there.
Yeah, I don't. Honda ain't got nothing on this.
It is really cool to see just how much people love the MBK1. Their positive feedback was exactly what we needed to hear. So I guess we are on the right track. But now, the moment of truth. Did enough people like the MBK1 for us to win the Wild class?
Okay, so Wild with 30 votes, number 039.
That was not our number. But congratulations, Natalie. Your Scooby-Doo themed bike was pretty epic.
Let's give it up for Natalie.
So we didn't win, but that's okay. The point of coming was to bring the MBK1 in person so everybody can see it. We got tons of amazing feedback. It seems like the community really does like it. And a lot of people sat on it. We're like, oh, this is actually really comfortable. And so I think a couple of them might even buy. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I'm glad we were able to bring it. Now we got to pack it back up in the car. And tomorrow there's some drag racing, which I'm really excited to go to. We are at the Yellow Belly drag strip right now. They're going to be starting in a few moments where they're going to be drag racing a bunch of mini bikes. And also, I'm going to finally ask people, like, why do they race? What do they got in their bikes? How fast do they go? And I just want to understand drag racing a little bit better. So I'm going to go around and see what bikes they have, and let's find out. How's it going?
How you fellas doing,
How's
man?
it going? Sam. Nick? Nice to meet you, Nick.
Yeah, these guys from Canada, man, that I met was coming.
Oh,
that
yeah.
video of the frame.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we came up with it last year and we just got to work on it. So now it's here.
In order to race, you need to have a clutch guard, which this guy didn't. Luckily for him, though, we did.
Mantini from Canada.
Hopefully it works, right? Let's go find out.
But it was designed for a big block, and so it might not fit on his engine, which means he won't be able to race.
Right by my finger, right there.
I don't want to take that off.
I've been debating in my head whether or not I should build the MBK1 and I should bring it around and just kind of wheel it. I don't have any gas, so I can't drive it, but ultimately I think people would want to see it. So I think I'm going to put it together, and from there, maybe I'll wheel it to a couple spots, hang out, and people want to check it out, they can sit on it, we can talk about it. I think it's probably better I take it out than leave it in the car.
Just as I tightened the last bolt, this kid came up asking to take it for a ride. I said, if you could find some gas, then sure. Well, it didn't take him long. I guess this will be the official first test ride for this version of the MBK1. Let's hope it works.
What do you think?
I like it. It's super smooth.
How is it?
It's good.
As promised, I had to let him take it for a ride. However, it didn't seem like he wanted to get off. But can you really blame him? Now, eventually he did let somebody else take it for a ride. And I think watching other people enjoy something that we've poured our hearts into makes me incredibly proud and hopeful for the future of Mantini Motors. One of the main reasons for this trip was to visit Go Power Sports. See, we teamed up with them to develop the full roller parts kit specifically designed for the MBK1. So they wanted to see the kit on the bike and confirm everything works as intended.
How was that ride?
It was good. It was wonderful. It really, to me, is a cruiser feel to it.
At first, I was a bit nervous that they weren't gonna like it. But once they all took it for a ride, they had nothing but positive things to say. In fact, we even came up with a few more ideas to make the MBK1 even better.
So I just finished taking apart the MBK1 for the last time. We got the swing arm on the ground, we got the front end, we got the bike right there, and now we need to load it up for the last time, and then we got to make our way home. But first, I haven't yet checked out the updated Go Power Sports store, so I'm going to put this in the car, and we're going to head over to see what they've done, because I think they completely rearranged everything in the store, and I'm excited to check it out. So we are in Go Power Sports, the store. They've changed quite a bit since last time we were here. There was a bunch of stuff in the middle, a lot more shelves with like big bins and parts, and it was kind of a little bit maybe less organized, but now they have a bunch of blue bins which look like they're labeled and you know exactly what you need. So I'm just gonna take a look, see what they have.
As I walked around, it hit me. We still need a torque converter for the 670 that we have at home. I asked if they had one in stock, and luckily they did, but it was at their warehouse, so we headed over to pick it up.
All right, we are at the Go Power Sports warehouse. We're gonna see where all the other magic happens, and we're picking up the torque converter, so this is unreal. Wow. One day, MBK1. One day it will be our bike on that kit going out. Look at all those orders. Like, You don't really understand how big of an operation you need to have until you see what somebody as big as Go Power Sports is doing. But like, they got tons of stuff here. So how many SKUs do you guys have?
Close to 3,000.
3,000, wow. These are all tires. Oh my gosh. Actually, these look pretty good too. I don't think they're the same size. No, these are 6.
This is a 6-inch. This is our most popular 6-inch. We own this dowel.
It was such an incredible opportunity to see what it actually takes to run a business like Go Power Sports. It's amazing that there are so many passionate mini bike riders and builders out there that this is even possible. I can't wait to get home so that we can install this torque converter and finally push the MBK1 to its limits. Thank you, Go Power Sports, for an incredible weekend. We can't wait for next year. See you then. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. For anyone still wondering, the total cost to drive from Toronto to Texas was $144.